Hey, welcome back. This is Sound Signals. I'm your host, Summer, where we help people take back their interests and help them become their own bank. The key to all of this is to pass the knowledge along. Okay, so first up, gold. So let's see what we got going on. The market just opened, and hey, what looks really, really good is that I like that this hammer. Let's see if we can see it much more clearly. There we are. So the week I like that this hammer, this is so far that it's a hammer candlestick pattern, but so that means that this here, this black trend line, this dotted black trend line here, is holding up for support pretty well. Um, you know, we still have to be a little cautious. We still have to be a little cautious because this has been in a downtrend for the longest, but with so much printing going on, obviously we are bullish, and right, like I said in the last video, we are in this handle phase. But what's giving me confidence is, let's go down to the lower time frame, is that you can start to see that it just broke to the new high a little bit on here on this lower time frame. Okay, you see it broke out a little bit. There it is. So this is the resistance right here, this red rectangle. A little bit of resistance, show you with the candles. A little bit of resistance. So price fell, resistance fell, okay? But guess what? Broke above actually. So this was actually a little bit surprising, but not so much when we said that the black dotted line, the trend line there, is our support. And so far what I see is I do believe it's going to go up, and I'm going to show you why. Okay, I'm going to show you why. So let's go down to a little bit of lower time frame. As you can see, like I said, we had this break here. Obviously, we can even bring it down to here so you can see it more clearly. But I'm going to leave it where I have it at so far. And what you're going to see here, let's turn it to the line. Remember, I told you the line chart helps you, it consolidates all the candlesticks and just makes it much linear so you can see, so you don't have to see so much noise. So actually, let's go down to the 1 hour. Okay, so there's the 1 hour. Now you can start to see why I'm bullish. Okay, because look, we are starting to see, a bullflag, and that's my favorite, one of my favorite chart patterns to trade. You'll hear me talk about that a lot on this channel because that's what I feel most comfortable trading. And with that being said, so we see the flag pattern being created there. So this is why I have this line. Now that you guys are here, I can show you why I have that there. Okay. So broke out, made a new high here. This is a new high because it's higher than this high. Okay. And it's a tad bit, honestly, it's a tad bit higher than this high. As you can see, it's a little bit, this is a wick, so it doesn't really count, but this filled it in. So this is what made it higher right here. Okay, if we go to the larger time frames, you'll see that, oh, okay, now it's a true higher high. Okay, but what I like about it is made this, retested here for the breakout. But now for the flag pattern, this is how we trade this. We wait for the breakout, what it just did, and now wait for the retest, what it just did again, which is perfect, and that is our candlestick confirmation. We do use bullish engulfs for our candlestick confirmation. A few others as well, but on this channel you'll hear me talk about the bullish engulfs a lot as well. Okay, so back to the point. So wait for the breakout, retest, then that is our target. Okay, if we were to measure this, measure the flag, remember the flag. I don't like to go all the way to the bottom. For this purpose, I will, just to show you the technical target. But for myself, I normally am more conservative, and I like to go just short of the whole flag pole. Okay, but like I said, for this purpose, I will show you where the technical target will be. Okay. And also, if you are more conservative, say you do get the whole flag like I just did, I mean the whole flag pole just like I did, then you will grab, you will put it at the bottom of the flag here. Okay. So like I said, if you're conservative, then you'll put at the flag. But normally, if you were to look this chart pattern up, then they'll say on the breakout. So you can leave it here where I have it, and then this could be your target there. All right, and that would be reading, sorry, let's read it, 1783, or we can have it right about there of the breakout, okay? And that's just 1787. So slight difference, but it's not by much, okay? You know, no one's gonna say, hey, um, did you get 100% or 90? You know what I mean? It's in the world of trading, it's all the same. Hey, if you even got 70% of the trade and you locked in, that's great. But okay, so this is why I am particularly bullish. All right, and so this is something that I would get in. I definitely would get in. Okay, so that's what's going on for gold. Okay, but if we were to look at a little bit of a higher time frame, like I said, this is a particularly a reversal pattern. If it is a true head and shoulders, then obviously our our real target, I say to the medium term, it's still short term, but maybe this is a little bit longer for other people. Okay, it will be this next high basically. Okay, we will find some a little bit of resistance here, but all that tells me is that it's on the right track. Why? Because if you look at the bigger picture, okay, it will find resistance here because it found resistance here and a little bit of here. Okay, so that just tells me, all right, we find resistance, hit our head, come back down just to test this bigger and this larger flag or handle pattern. Okay, then we're off. Okay, and like I said, the goal is 3K. So that's what we see now. So if you are, maybe you don't have patience and maybe you just like these short-term trading moves here. Let me show you on the 4-hour. You just like this short-term, then hey, that's fine. If you are more of a medium term, then you'll be looking for this area, this target area first. Hey, if you're a little bit longer term, then you're looking for this target. Okay, so it's just depends on what type of trader you are and what type of patience you have. All right, so let's get rid of this and then let's go down. We'll leave it here. Okay, so the next time you see it, and this looks really good. This honestly looks really good. I feel confident entering this, and I definitely will. If I were, okay, and if, so this will be our potential stop. So get in a long position. Sorry, let's go down to the 1 hour so I can get in. So I would get in right about there. My stop would be, if you are trading the flag pattern, it will be beneath this flag here. Okay, so you can do it just like that, but I usually do it like to do it right, below the candles, the lowest low basically. Okay, and then our target will be here for this short term. And remember, I enter multiple times. Why? Because I am looking at that macro level. Okay, so that macro would be, all the way up here. Because if I'm entering here, believing that this chart, for believing gold will, continue to rise to 3K, then hey, this will be an excellent entry. Okay, so far that's what we have for gold. A little bit of a flag pattern makes it, to me, it's a great reversal that's happening here down at this trend line, this black dotted trend line. Okay, so now we're going to talk about Bitcoin. So as we know for Bitcoin, we were in this area down here. I said these were great buys. If you got in and bought, great for you. If you missed this, well, I don't know what to tell you. Should have subscribed earlier. I guess I should say. But regardless, so if we were to just do this technical target for Bitcoin, because it was a W bottom or W pattern or double bottom, sorry, double bottom, a W pattern or a double bottom, either one, it's all the same. It did hit that technical target. So say you were just trading this, then yes, this was perfect. You would have hit your target. Okay. Now that we're looking at this bigger macro level on a daily, okay, and then what we see here, I'm going to show you why this is just, yes, this is just a, you know, small target. But what I'm actually looking for now, say that you missed this, okay, you're like, oh man, I should have got in with this green entry, right, where our entries are between 38 and 61, okay, 38.2 between 38.2 and 61.8. Say you missed all that, okay, well, don't worry. That's what I love about trading is there's always more setups, okay? So what do we see now? Well, if you missed all that, don't worry. There are, you know what? Just to be faster, let's just use our parallel. Okay. And so we do have another flag pattern, okay? And what do we do? What do we do when it happens to be a flag pattern? Okay, we wait for the breakout. It broke out. Now wait for the retest. All right, now we're off to the races. Okay. How do I know it's going to be this target and not this target? Well, it's simple. We just measure our flagpole. Okay, we just did this for gold. It was just on a smaller time frame. See how this is on the daily? Okay, so if you're conservative, you're going to be right about here, right? So you're looking for that 64,215, right? And that would bring us back to our, it would bring us a little bit over our all-time high, which will say, this is saying that what this chart is telling me that we are going to make, I shouldn't say we are going to make, but if we're basing it off this chart and my chart right here, then that means we are going to make a new all-time high, okay? And that's if you're being conservative, because look where I have it. Now, if you are a little bit, you know, aggressive, then you'll do it on the breakout. And normally, if you would look at a chart, a bullflag chart pattern, if you were to type it up, look it on Google, it would normally, the breakout, they will tell you to measure from the breakout, okay? And that will give us an especially all-time high, okay? So I'm excited. If you're not excited, then what are you doing? But so that's if you missed all this, okay? So we might still have a chance. Hey, even if it doesn't, you know, reach back down to this 44,000 level, which brings us back to our breakout of our W pattern, which is great, which would make perfect sense, okay? But sometimes it doesn't reach all the way back down there. Sometimes it retests right about here, sometimes here, sometimes this might be all that it has, and you'll see something like that, okay? But if I were you, I would just always be prepared and be ready. So if you want to make a quick little gain here, let's just check that out. Let's just see what that would be minimally. That's a 40%. That's 40%. Okay, that's definitely better than the stock market. So, hey, you know, if someone say, "Oh, I made a 40% return," you know, or whatever, they'll be ecstatic for stock. For crypto, we're just like, that's normal, everyday stuff. But that's why I love crypto, and that's why I'm learning as much as I can about this space. But regardless, this is what you'll want to see for the next leg up. If you missed this, if you happen to miss this area buying, that's okay. They're possibly, like I said, in this range next, whenever that retest is, you know, or hey, if you don't mind waiting, if you don't mind buying here, and you know, if you don't mind dropping, or if it does drop, you can average down, then you know, you can hold it all the way to around the new all-time high, and eventually perhaps even higher once it breaks that new all-time high, because now it's in price discovery zone. But that's for future, just showing you what I have now. Okay, so that's it for Bitcoin. There it is. Now let's talk about Ethereum. All right, Ethereum is very exciting as well. The same thing's happening here. Let's show you. Let's get our flag pattern here out. There it is. Let's fix that. Oops, sorry. Let's fix that a little bit. There. And then, okay. So a little bit of a wedge, but it's all the same. Okay. It's all the same. A little bit of a wedge. But hey, same thing. You missed this boat, okay? You say, hey, I missed it. Oh man, I didn't get to sound signals fast enough. That's all right. There's another opportunity, okay? Just like Bitcoin, it just broke out. Now once it broke out, now we're just waiting for that retest somewhere. We don't know where the retest is going to be, okay? That's why we have to sometimes, if you have an alert, you set your alerts here. Obviously I've been accumulating all these days here. So I'm not worried, about getting in again here. I'm very confident, and I'm okay. But for the people that did miss it, this is for you guys all out there, okay? So once again, we'll just be waiting for this retest somewhere. Like I said, if you're okay, if you don't mind waiting, then of course you'll just buy now. And if it goes a little bit lower, buy some more. But to me, eventually, I think it will make new all-time highs. Once again, how would we know the target? Let's measure the flagpole. Okay, flagpole. If you are a little bit conservative, there it is. Your target would be right under 5K. Okay, so right under 5,000. That would be about 4,998. If you're a little bit more aggressive, get on the breakout. Then you're looking at about 5,100. Okay, about 5,160, just to round up. But there you go. Those are your targets, and it's definitely be new all-time highs in price discovery for Ethereum. Okay, so I'm gonna keep it like this so you guys know for the next time. Actually, save it on the next chart too, so you guys know. And as well on gold. Sorry. All right. So now XRP. Okay, XRP, you still have time to buy. I think this is a perfect opportunity. So, hey, if you're here, I would definitely buy. If you're watching this video, and price is still in this green zone, it's just under $1.06. I definitely accumulate as much as possible because, well, we are doing the same thing about here, okay? Now you might say, why didn't I, come all the way up here? And I'm going to say, I'm not going to go all the way up here because I think this was a fake out, okay? Which it was, and I'm going to tell you why it was a fake out, okay? It was a fake out because price started to make a new high, right? So price started to make a new high, but immediately fell back in, okay? Immediately. Like, it didn't even stay up here for long. It was like, shoop, shoop, okay? So immediately, and I think we discussed this, it was a pennant flag. So obviously that's bullish, right? And so if you were just to measure this little pennant flag right here, then yes, that would hit your target. You would have got, it would have been perfect. But if say you didn't measure just the the triangle there, that pennant, and maybe you did the whole pole, okay, it was definitely a fake out. All right, as you can see. And normally, and it's also another fake out because you say, well, how do you know it's a fake out? Well, because look, normally when we want price to retest, that's fine. Price made a new high. That's what we want. But we also want it to retest and hold. It didn't hold here. It immediately fell back in and actually, look, made the lowest low, I believe. Or this made the lowest low, but basically the lowest low the first time. Okay? So that's what we don't want to see. Okay? That's how we know it's a fake out. That's why we always want to enter on a retest and wait for a candlestick confirmation. If you don't do that, then obviously you would probably have been like, oh, the price is going down, let's just buy now. No, that price kept going down. You would have been out. But so that's why I'm not grabbing it there. I can lift this up a little bit higher. Okay. There it is. So that to me is a fake out, and there you go. That's your definition of a fake out there. But anyways, so right now we are on the cusp of a new breakout for XRP pretty soon. Like we said, so this this is the only pattern I only check these charts anyway, so I shouldn't say this is the only pattern that hasn't broken out yet. But for the charts that I do check, this is the only pattern that has not broken out from its W pattern. Okay, it's still in it. And to me, that is a perfect opportunity to buy, and it's still in our green buying zone. So there you go. There you have it. But say you watch this video and you watched it a day later or a couple hours and it's already broken out. Well, this is what you'll wait for. Okay, you'll wait for that breakout, retest, then off to the races. Okay, and what will XRP bring us for a new price discovery? Let's see. I don't think so, but well, I do think so, but I don't know. I'm checking it just right now, like I am. Like I say, I'm doing this live. Whatever I see right now is how I would normally check it if I was by myself. Okay, so conservative. If you were to put it at the bottom here, there you go. You'll have it. The price will be at. Sorry, it's hard to see right there. Price will be at $1.74. Okay. Wait, $1.74? Yep, $1.74. If you were conservative, a little bit aggressive, then you'll like it at $1.84. Okay, so a little bit 10 cents higher. But there it is, okay? And that's definitely not new all-time highs. I'll tell you that. But that's what it is, and that's all we're doing. Okay? It's better to wait for the trade, your trade setup, what you're normally used to trading, and then whatever your confirmation is, you go all in on that because you're confident enough and you've done it enough that you feel good about it. Okay? And so that's it. So if you're long term, so and I should I should say that if you're long term, then hey, buying all of this around here, hey, it doesn't matter. You're not waiting for any type of confirmation because you're buying long term. Okay, and that's for all of them. If you're buying long term, that's what that green box was for. I've been saying that in all my videos. Okay, long term, this is, I said you want to buy it, the better buy. Okay, and but if you are trading like actual trade like this, like gold, like this is an actual trade. Okay, we see the flag, it broke out, we see the our candlestick confirmation. Okay, we're getting in. Okay, so this is an actual short-term trade. Okay, this is the actual trade. When I say so I know it's confusing sometimes. Sometimes I'm talking long-term, sometimes I'm talking short-term, but I try to help everyone out. Okay, because some people are not short-term traders. They sometimes just want to know maybe where the best buy is, and that's what I do here. Sometimes people are short-term traders, and they want to, like here, when I discuss, when we had this trade here, you know, when I was like, hey everybody, you know, we're buying, let's get in. And you can see that I had a couple buys because I go down to lower time frame. It's all in the past videos. This is nothing new, okay? So there you go. We had a flag pattern. And this is basically what you want to see sometimes, okay? Flag pattern, there it is. Broke out. Guess what? It's even better for you have another pattern because it just gives you that's more confluence and it gives you a better confirmation. So we even had a little bit of a, you could say, a pennant here. So we had a flag, a bull flag, and then we had a bull pennant. That to me was all right. We are in the ultimate buy. Not only did we break out, we retested, and you could just see how that trade went. I mean, it was magnificent. Okay, and even if you don't believe me, this is all we did. We measure from the top to the bottom. Okay, and there. I mean, that's how we got our target. Okay, but so this is what I'm just showing you. So we do a little bit of long term, and we do also do short term. Okay, we only do short term is if we see it. All right, if we see it. So this next trend. So this is what I do want to mention. Okay, for this next trend, what we'll be looking for is higher lows, higher lows. So every time a new higher low is being made, buy. Moves up, makes a new high, made a new higher low, buy. Okay, and that's all we're going to be doing for this next trend. Okay, just like here, made a higher low, made a higher low, made a higher low. Okay, but I stopped buying when it got to here. Why? You might ask me, why did you stop buying? Because when the lows start getting close, sorry, not the lows. When the highs start getting closer, see, like here and in here. To me, so if you can't see that clearly, it's like this. Okay, here. Oh, made a high. Oh, made another high. Oh, made another high. Okay, these highs started to get a little too close. To me, that's and you'll see the last videos. You check them out. I said that's a little too toppy for me. That's too toppy for me. I don't like that. Okay, and all we did was, oops, not. All we did was we got in here. We said, okay, it hit our target a little bit. Oh, it definitely hit our target. But all we're doing is just moving the fibs, okay, until it eventually does top out. And how do we know it tops out? Because we have a break here, okay? So because this is the last low, made a high, and then it broke down here, okay? Then it made that higher low, okay? And now we need some stabilization, okay? Some support, and it finally did. It found support here. And now it's off to the races, okay? So that's a little bit of that. Want to end it with Ethereum versus Bitcoin. So Ethereum versus Bitcoin, it's still in our buying zone. So this is a perfect opportunity if you are short-term trading. It is definitely in our buying zone. We can actually now move our target higher now, okay? Because it has found support here. And you might ask, how do I know it found support? Well, sorry, I'm trying to lock it, but I'll lock it later. Oh, there it is. Okay. How do we know we found support? Because look, this is what I was talking about when if Bitcoin were to do this, okay? See how I made a new high here. This actually made a flag pattern here, but it was a fake out. See how it broke out? But it immediately fell down and made a new low. okay, because it's lower than this low. But it started to make a W pattern. Oh, we're like, okay, this is going good. Hey, if this is a breakout to the upside, let's get in, right? But look what I said. I said this might happen with Bitcoin, but it didn't happen with Bitcoin. Bitcoin actually fulfilled its technical target. Ethereum versus Bitcoin did not. What happened was it failed to break, and then it just started to consolidate, okay? And that's what I said might happen. I said, hey, it's okay. The longer it is, the longer it's staying here, think of it as a, like I said, like I like to reference it as a trampoline, okay? Or a spring or a coil, something that, you know, is building pressure. You're tightening it, you know, like a rubber band. You're, you know, it's going, you're pulling it, you're pulling it, you're pulling it. And then finally, when it has enough and it can't take it, pew, you know, it just blasts off, okay? So to me, that's why I don't mind when price starts to just, you know, just wants to just consolidate. To me, as long as it's holding support and it's not breaking this low, hey, we're all good. And if this is a trade, if you haven't got in, I would definitely, you know, check it out. And then I'll show you why too, okay? So what do we have there? You can start to see it's starting to form a flag, just like on gold. It looks exactly like gold, okay? And there it is. If you were to trade this little short term, if you want this little trade, like I said, depends on your patience. If you want it, hey, there it is. Okay, get the bottom, you know, get the bottom of this. If you're conservative, wait for the breakout. You can find your target. So that's why I've been bullish in all of these. You know this, it's nothing new. But now I'm showing you, excuse me. Now I'm showing you the technicals here. Okay, this is what patience does. Patience definitely pays off. Okay, you don't want to force anything. You just want to take your time and let it develop. Okay, right now, this technically this hasn't even developed yet. But why? Because we still need a couple more touches. Right, we still need a couple more touches, and then we need a breakout and then a retest. Okay, but like I said, that's if you want to be extra conservative and you want to be, you know, you hardly ever want to lose. Okay, that's fine. But if you look at the macro level, it's already in our buying zone. This is our buying zone, and it's already had made multiple confirmations. That's how I trade. So obviously, I'm already in it. But if you need to be a little bit more cautious, like I said, there's your entry. You're waiting for it, okay? You're waiting for it to develop. If you see this video too late, I apologize, but I'm trying to do my best here, okay? So there you go. There you have it. That's it for me. Thank you for all the new subscribers that definitely checked out my video and liked this video. I hope to bring more content to you guys as much as possible, but that's it for me, and that's it for now. And I definitely want to mention that the key to all of this is to pass the knowledge along, whether that be a like, share, comment, all of it. Okay, that's why I'm here. I'm here to share the knowledge of technical analysis with you all. All right, that's it for me, and have a good one.